Right now, more than 10 million Filipinos live and work outside the Philippines. That is more people than the entire population of Cebu City. Their labor sends home tens of billions of dollars every single year. Today we count down 10 countries that are actively looking for Filipino workers in 2026. From nurses to engineers, from seafarers to caregivers. The world keeps calling on Filipino talent. Some of these countries you already expect. Others might completely catch you off guard. One entry near the middle of this list might genuinely surprise you. Almost nobody expects a strong Filipino community to be growing there. And our number one entry is bigger, and more important, than most people imagine. Do you have a family member working in one of these countries? Tell us where in the comments below. Stay with us until the very end, because the biggest surprise on this whole list is saved for last. Number 10. Poland. Close to 30,000 Filipinos now call Poland home. Most of them arrived within just the past 10 years. Poland's shipbuilding and technology industries began facing serious worker shortages. European companies needed skilled hands, and Filipino workers were ready to answer. Recruitment agencies began connecting Polish employers with Filipino applicants soon after. Filipino engineers and skilled tradesmen quickly filled that gap. Today, Filipinos work in shipyards, factories, and growing IT offices across the country. Many also work as seafarers, sailing out from Polish ports across Europe. Did you know some Filipino engineers in Gdansk help build parts for major European ships? It is a quiet achievement most people back home have never heard about. Their skill has earned genuine trust inside a demanding, highly technical industry. Every Sunday, a small but growing Filipino community gathers near Warsaw's city center. They cook adobo, trade stories, and remind each other of home. A modest Filipino store nearby sells rice, sardines, and sweetbread from home. Video calls to families back home usually happen right after that Sunday gathering. Some send remittances every single payday, without missing a single month. Others save quietly, planning to bring their own families over one day. Every peso they send back helps a family somewhere in the Philippines stand a little stronger. Poland may be a newer chapter, but it is already a proud one. Number 9. Israel. Just as one small European community grows, another unusual one thrives further east. Number 9. Israel. About 35,000 Filipinos currently work in Israel today. Filipino caregivers began arriving there decades ago through a formal labor agreement. That agreement focused on caring for Israel's growing elderly population. Over the years, that small program grew into a lasting and trusted partnership. Today, most Filipinos in Israel work as caregivers, with others in agriculture and hospitality. A smaller number now work in hotels along the coast, welcoming tourists from around the world. Did you know many Israeli families request Filipino caregivers by name year after year? Their reputation for patience, gentleness, and warmth travels almost entirely by word of mouth. Some caregivers stay with the very same family for 10 years or more. In Tel Aviv, Filipino caregivers gather together on their one day off each week. They meet at a small community center, sharing rice, laughter, and quiet comfort. A local church even holds mass in Tagalog for homesick hearts. Some bring small gifts to trade, little pieces of home passed hand to hand. Behind every one of these caregivers is a family in the Philippines counting on them. Many are parents themselves, raising children from thousands of miles away. It is proof that compassion, more than anything, can cross any border. Number 8. Ireland. From the Middle East we now travel toward Western Europe. Number 8. Ireland. Around 20,000 Filipinos live in Ireland today, most working in healthcare. Ireland's hospitals faced a nursing shortage that grew worse with each passing year. Irish health authorities eventually began recruiting Filipino nurses directly from the Philippines. That decision quietly reshaped hospital wards across the entire country. Recruitment fairs in Manila soon became a common sight for hopeful applicants. Today, Filipino nurses fill wards in hospitals across Dublin, Cork, and beyond. Some have already risen into senior nursing and training positions. Did you know some Irish hospitals now hold small Filipino cultural nights for their staff? It is their gentle way of honoring the nurses who chose to serve there. On weekends, Filipino nurses and their families gather for potluck dinners and mass. Children run between tables while adults trade stories in their mother tongue. Someone always brings pancit, and someone always brings extra rice, just in case. These small gatherings remind them that even far away, community still finds a way to grow. Their steady paychecks quietly support children, parents, and dreams back in the Philippines. Many hope to bring their own children over once they settle in fully. Ireland may be small, but its gratitude toward Filipino workers runs deep. Number 7. Germany. Not far from Ireland, another European nation opened its doors even wider. Number 7. Germany. Roughly 50,000 Filipinos now live and work across Germany. Germany's aging population created a growing, urgent need for nurses and caregivers. In recent years, Germany signed agreements to recruit healthcare workers directly from the Philippines. Today, Filipino nurses, caregivers, and engineers can be found in nearly every major German city. Others work in factories and logistics, sectors that also faced worker shortages. Some have moved beyond bedside care into hospital leadership and training roles. Did you know Germany runs special programs to help Filipino nurses learn German quickly? Some hospitals even pair new arrivals with Filipino mentors already working there. That mentorship helps ease the shock of an entirely new language and culture. In cities like Berlin and Munich, Filipino associations host lively fiestas each summer. Music, food, and laughter fill public parks for one warm afternoon. Children born in Germany still learn to dance tinikling at these gatherings. These gatherings keep Filipino food, faith, and friendship alive far from home. Each nurse who moves there carries not just skill, but hope for their whole family. Some now send for their spouses and children once they earn permanent status. Germany's hospitals now quietly depend on the hands that once trained in Manila. Number 6. United Kingdom. Just across the water from Germany lies another familiar destination for Filipinos. Number 6. The United Kingdom. About 200,000 Filipinos live in the UK today. The relationship began decades ago, when British hospitals first recruited Filipino nurses. That partnership only grew stronger as Britain's National Health Service, known as the NHS, faced deep staff shortages. Whole waves of Filipino nurses arrived through official recruitment drives over the years. Today, Filipinos work as nurses, caregivers, teachers, and hospital support staff across Britain. Some Filipino nurses have gone on to lead entire hospital departments. Did you know Filipino nurses are among the largest groups of foreign-trained staff in the NHS? Their steady hands have supported British hospitals for more than one full generation. In London, Filipino grocery stores and chaplaincies serve as familiar gathering points. Every Sunday, church pews fill with Filipino families praying quietly in their own language. Afterward, they linger outside, trading news from home over coffee and pandesal. Some parishes even organize small remittance drives during typhoon season back home. Their dedication has quietly become part of how modern Britain cares for its sick. Many Filipino nurses there have now worked in the same hospital for over a decade. Few realize how much of the NHS now runs on Filipino compassion. Number 5. New Zealand. From busy British cities, we travel now to the quiet farmlands of the Pacific. Number 5. New Zealand. Around 50,000 Filipinos now call New Zealand home. A shortage of dairy farm workers first opened the door for Filipino migration there. Filipino workers proved so reliable that entire farming towns began hiring them directly. Word spread quickly, and more Filipino families soon followed. Today, Filipinos work not only on dairy farms, but also in caregiving, hospitality, and teaching. Some have even become farm managers, supervising teams of their own. Did you know some small New Zealand towns now have their own Filipino grocery stores? A single hardworking family can genuinely change a small town's landscape. Local schools have even started welcoming Filipino children into their classrooms each year. On weekends, Filipino communities gather for basketball games and simple home-cooked feasts. Farm trucks double as transport, carrying whole families to the next town's fiesta. These gatherings turn once unfamiliar towns into something that finally feels like home. Their quiet, steady labor has helped keep New Zealand's farms and hospitals running smoothly. This is one of the entries almost nobody expects to see on this list. Many arrived knowing little about farm life and learned everything on the job. Yet here, far from any city, Filipino hands quietly keep an entire country fed. Number 4. Saudi Arabia. Leaving the Pacific behind, we return to a long familiar destination for OFWs. Number 4. Saudi Arabia. Close to 700,000 Filipinos currently work in Saudi Arabia. Filipino migration there began during the oil boom of the 1970s. Since then, generations of Filipino workers have quietly built careers across the kingdom. Whole families have now worked there across 2 or even 3 generations. Today, Filipinos work as engineers, nurses, drivers, domestic workers, and skilled technicians. Many hold roles inside major construction and oil industry projects across the kingdom. Did you know many hospitals in Saudi Arabia have Filipino doctors and nurses in senior positions? Their expertise has earned deep, lasting respect within the kingdom's healthcare system. Some Filipino engineers there now help train the next generation of local workers. Inside residential compounds, Filipino workers gather for weekend basketball games and shared meals. These small communities become second families, thousands of miles from their real one. On holidays, homesick voices sing karaoke long into the desert night. Care packages from home arrive filled with instant noodles and dried mangoes. Decades of sacrifice there have quietly funded homes, schools, and futures across the Philippines. Some workers return home only once every 2 years, saving for something bigger. Few countries have shaped as many Filipino family stories as Saudi Arabia has. Number 3. Australia. From the deserts of the Middle East, we now cross into the Southern Hemisphere. Number 3. Australia. Nearly 300,000 Filipinos now live in Australia. Australia's points-based immigration system rewarded skilled Filipino professionals for many years. Later, a growing aged care sector opened even more doors for Filipino workers. Today, Filipinos work as nurses, aged care workers, engineers, and skilled tradespeople across the country. Teachers and IT professionals have also found steady work in recent years. Many have moved into management roles within hospitals and care facilities. Did you know the Filipino community in Australia has grown faster than almost any other migrant group? Many who arrived as workers have since become proud Australian citizens. Their children now grow up fluent in both English and Tagalog. Each year, Filipino fiestas fill parks in Sydney and Melbourne with music and food. Lechon, karaoke, and laughter turn ordinary parks into something warmly familiar. Local councils now openly welcome these fiestas as part of the city calendar. These celebrations remind everyone, young and old, exactly where their roots began. Their success abroad still flows straight back to families waiting in the Philippines. Some now sponsor their own parents to visit for months at a time. Australia has quietly become one of the most rewarding chapters in the OFW story. Number 2. Canada. Just across the Pacific from Australia, an even larger Filipino story unfolds. Number 2. Canada. Around 1 million Filipinos now live across Canada today. Canada's caregiver programs first opened the door for Filipino migration decades ago. Since then, opportunities expanded into nursing, healthcare, transportation, and information technology. Many former caregivers later transitioned into permanent residency and full careers of their own. Filipinos are now one of the fastest growing immigrant communities in the entire country. Did you know Filipino is now one of the most spoken languages in parts of Toronto? Entire neighborhoods there feel like small, familiar slices of the Philippines. Filipino-owned bakeries, salons, and grocery stores now line entire city blocks. Every summer, Filipino festivals fill parks in Toronto and Winnipeg with color and music. Children dance tinikling while grandparents watch proudly from folding chairs nearby. Families who once arrived with nothing now proudly call Canada their second home. Some who started as caregivers now own their own small businesses. Their journey shows how patience and hard work can quietly build an entirely new life. Their children now grow up with opportunities their parents never had. Canada has become living proof of what one generation of sacrifice can achieve. Number 1. United States. And now, we arrive at the largest and most significant entry on our list. Number 1. The United States. Close to 4 million Filipinos live in the United States today. That is by far the largest Filipino community found anywhere outside the Philippines. This story began over a century ago, long before most other countries on this list. Filipino sailors, students, and workers first arrived in the early 1900s. Generation after generation followed, each one building on the last. A major immigration reform in the 1960s opened the doors even wider. Today, Filipinos serve as nurses, caregivers, teachers, IT professionals, and even members of the military. Did you know Filipino nurses make up a major share of America's entire nursing workforce? Hospitals across the country depend on them, especially during moments of crisis. Filipino sailors have also served proudly within the United States Navy for decades. In cities like Daly City and Los Angeles, Filipino bakeries and restaurants line entire streets. Sunday Mass there often feels no different from a parish back home. Karaoke nights, basketball leagues, and fiesta parades happen almost every single weekend somewhere in America. From Poland's small shipyards to America's 4 million-strong community, this countdown has covered every scale. From the newest, smallest communities to the oldest and largest, one truth remains the same. Wherever Filipinos go, they build community, they work hard, and they never forget home. From tiny communities in Poland to nearly 4 million Filipinos in America, this countdown reveals something powerful. No matter how far Filipinos travel or how small the community, they carry home with them. Every country on this list tells a different version of the same story. Hard work, sacrifice, and a deep love for family, wherever that family may be. Do you have family working in one of the 10 countries we just covered? Tell us their story and their country in the comments below. If this video moved you, give it a like, share it with your family, and subscribe for more stories like this one. Wherever our kababayan go, they always carry the Philippines with them.